Hello everybody, I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is I have a bike now. The bad news is that my visa expires in 9 days, which means we need to ride hundreds of miles to get out of the EU, otherwise bad things happen. So we have 9 days to do that, let's go. Okay, I am quickly learning that my bike is insanely heavy and it makes it really hard to like actually turn and like do things because my bike just does not want to stay still. I'm not sure if my bike is just hard to handle or if I'm just not used to handling it. Probably both. Okay, yes, update. All of this stuff is incredibly heavy. My bike keeps trying to stop and I'm not tall enough to reach like the floor. I have to stand on my tippy toes. My bike keeps wanting to fall over. Not good. Plus side though, there are a whole bunch of bike lanes, so I don't need to be on like the roads with the cars all that often. That might change as we go into more rural areas. Luckily, my bike does have cruise control though, so I can set the speed I want. Right now it's 11 miles an hour, and then I don't need to touch the throttle, I don't need to pedal. It'll just stay going the same speed until I hit the brakes. I take back what I said, there are not bicycle lanes everywhere. Okay, we're gonna run a check real quick, see how everything is holding. Like, this is so heavy, I feel like my bike is gonna fall over while it's on the kickstand. Okay, so this is falling to the side a little bit. Yeah, everything is holding up pretty well. Things are a little bit shaken up, but I think it's holding. Okay, let's go. The bike is so tall, I can hardly fit on top of it. I got it though, I got it. I'm good like that. You know, this honestly reminds me a lot of when I had my car. It's a little bit different, but it's pretty similar. Before we actually head out to Romania, we need to make a stop first at David and Maddie's place so I can pick up some stuff and then we can head out. Let's go visit them before we leave. Okay, we're here. Now I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna lock up my bike to make sure that none of my stuff gets stolen, or more specifically, none of my important stuff. So the way that this works, all of my powerful electronics are in these bags, and all of my worthless camping stuff, like sleeping bags, is in this. We're gonna lock this next to that bench right there, and we're gonna take all of this stuff inside with us. So even if somebody does come through here and they try to steal all of my stuff, the worst thing that they'll get is a sleeping bag. They won't get any of the laptops or cameras. We are just gonna wheel the bike over to the bench. This is the bike lock we're gonna use. It's hard to do this with one hand. Okay, reposition the bike. Let's try this again. Okay, there we go. That wraps around. We're perfect. Okay, the bike is now locked into place. We're gonna turn it off so that nobody can use the electronics on the bike. And we're gonna take the valuable electronics inside. Backpack. It's heavy. There we go. This is all that's in here. So they can't get the battery because they don't have the key. They might be able to if they use like a grinder or whatever. But if I'm staying in a coffee shop, I would take that with me so I could charge the battery. I got all of the electronics. The only thing that's valuable here that they would want to take is possibly the tent. But I think that my bike is pretty secure like this. Wait a minute. In hindsight, if I'm going to be in their place, I'm just going to charge the battery. To get the battery out, you pull this lever up on the seat. And then you put the key in. The key lets this loose. And then we just pull the battery out. Just like that. This is gonna be a staple of what we do. Whenever I stop somewhere, whenever I'm at a cafe, whenever I'm visiting friends, I'm gonna steal all of their electricity. I'm gonna steal this one.
You can also like the...
Oh, did you put this in a toaster? Mm-hmm. I've never had a toasted peanut butter and jelly before.
Do you want the puff?
The battery is charged, we should be good to go. We wanna hit the road before it's dark so we still have the ability to set up a tent tonight. Okay.
We'll see you here again in like 6 months?
Yeah, about 3 months. Say goodbye to Maddie and David and Eugen.
Bye. It was nice meeting you guys on the internet.
Check it out. The bike is still there. It is unstolen. Yeah, nothing got stolen. I'm going to hook you guys up so you guys can see his first experience on the bike. Say hi to Eugen, everybody.
Hello there. Beautiful sunset. Okay. Wait, what? Jesus. Oh my days. That is pretty speedy, might I just say. Alright, I'm going back. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I drove over like one of the bricks and I was like, we saw it.
God damn it, while I was driving over here, My reflector fell off of my bike. That's not good. I might just super glue that on because I don't want to deal with actually like having that fall off later when it's important. Okay, so we are going to be following the course of a river up until we get to, I think, Budapest, and it looks like it's not paved. So that means that we are going to be on this gravel road for a little bit. I am really glad I put that slime in my tires because this gravel road is just begging to pop something. While I'm going slow and there's nobody else here right now, I'm going to practice driving with one hand because I'm going to be using my GoPro when I film, and I want to get practice doing this when it's not going to hurt anybody and I'm not going to hurt myself. Yep, the reflector fell off. God damn it. Oh wait, no, the reflector's on it. It was just a stick that I ran over. Check this out though. My bike has lights built in. It's even got a brake light. So when I hold the brakes, cars know that I'm stopping. It's pretty cool. Let's get back. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, I guess now is as good a time to tell if we can do night riding as any. It's getting dark and I don't want to stop. So let's just go until we get tired. It's honestly weird seeing passenger trains rather than cargo trains. Like in America, that would be full of like coal or something. Okay, so good news, bad news situation. I'm driving on this gravel road. It's wet, I slipped. I fell in the grass right here. Luckily for me, I strapped everything down tightly, and so all of my stuff is still here. I'm just checking it, make sure nothing broke off. I think we're good. I think I did a good enough job strapping everything down that I can literally fall on my ass and be okay. Good. Okay, I take it back. I did... Shut the fuck up. I take it back. I did not escape unscathed. My GoPro cracked off and I lost it. So all of that footage is gone. Fuck. Fuck it, we're going back to get the GoPro. That's like a couple $100 worth of equipment and it's got a bunch of footage on it. So I think that's like 5 miles back. Fuck. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is where my bike crashed. I think this is where my bike crashed. I could be wrong. Yeah, I see the skid mark where my bike blew off. Oh, I've got Bluetooth. Maybe I can connect to it and have it beep. Check it out. Not only did I find my GoPro, I also found my battery. God. I'm really glad I found that out now before I got like 50 miles away. Fuck, okay. Let's clean everything off. God damn it, no, get back here. God damn it, I have mud everywhere now. My bike, the light keeps getting... Fucking hell. Okay, I know the GoPro doesn't show anything because the GoPro sucks at night, but we're going into town where it's brighter and I can actually assess the damage done to my bike. I honestly don't know why they do so poorly at night. Like, it's fairly visible to me right now. This fucking app is trying to route me down this street right here. Cars are going through here at probably 40 miles an hour. It's dark outside. I don't want to be on a bike out here doing this. So I either need to find a place to sleep here or I need to find another route. Okay, I've decided this is where I'm going to set up camp. It's possibly on somebody's private property, but I don't think I care. So first thing you got to do is you got to move all of the sticks out of the way so that when we put our tent down, they're not going to get punctured. Actually, is that a thorn bush? That's not a good sign. So I think we're going to put the tent down like right here. Okay, come on, let's go inside. Oh, this is where we're going to be sleeping. Okay, we're in the tent. I'm in a very bad mood, really bad night. Luckily for me, I do have some food and I have some Diet Coke, so I'm sure eating will help. It's 11 o'clock. We've already driven almost 40 miles. This tent is really hot, it turns out. I've got a fan blowing on me, but tonight is gonna get worse. What I need to do now is I need to transfer over all of the footage to my laptop and start editing. Later on, when I'm in a better mood, I'll give you guys a tour of the camp and the tent and all of my shit, but right now I just want to go to sleep, get up really early so that hopefully I can get out of here before whoever owns this property gets mad at me. Good morning, everybody. We need to get out of here because I'm not sure whose property this is. Yeah. What time is it? It's 5:40 a.m. That means we got maybe 5 hours of sleep last night. Not bad. We still have hundreds of hours of riding left. The inside walls of my tent are soaking wet. Mosquitoes are out, so we need to go pretty fast. You know, for how many times I let my bike fall over in the mud last night, it's not as dirty as it could be. Sleeping bag, inflatable bed. I can hear the mosquitoes. Fucking hate mosquitoes. The inside of my tent is super wet, so we will want to let this dry out later today. There we go. We got everything packed up. To be able to get the bike to go again, we just got to put the key in and turn it to on. I'm using the chest strap now. It is currently 6:30 in the morning, and it's bright enough that I feel confident we can go on this main road without having too many problems. Looking at my odometer on my bike, we've already driven 42.7 miles. We have hundreds left. I think that we are going to pull off the side of the road right here at this villa. It's Sunday, so all of the stores are closed. But we're going to pull off, we're going to park in their parking lot, we're going to eat breakfast. Okay, looking at the battery, we have about 50% left, maybe 60%. Here in my little food pouch, I have all of the goods. We have some Diet Coke, and we have some pastries. So the way that I'm imagining this, we will drive for like an hour. We'll try to find a McDonald's, someplace that will let us plug in our battery, someplace that has Wi-Fi so I can upload the video. I think we're just gonna hop from cafe to cafe every day from like maybe 11 p.m. until 3 p.m. That way we're not driving in the heat. Then again, I'm not sure if any cafes would be open because it is Sunday and the grocery stores are closed. I actually didn't get to mention this last night, but one of the things that I do with all of my stuff is I use these little carabiner clips, and then I clip everything to it. So my inflatable bed, my tarp, my sleeping bags, they're all clipped to this carabiner. So if I'm riding and something like falls off, it'll just like dangle here. It won't actually fall off. This way everything is actually permanently affixed to my bike. Like all of this stuff is stuck on with carabiners. Okay, I'm pretty sure this river right here is called the Danube, or the, I don't know, it's called something. It looks like we are just gonna follow the path of that river for a little while. Okay, so we're entering a little town. I want to come explore through here, see if I can't find a restaurant, someplace that I can use their Wi-Fi and their electricity. I see something on Google Maps that says there is a hotel and restaurant that way, and I definitely want to do this in a small town rather than a big town because I don't want to be worried about my bike. So this is a perfect place for us to do this.
Slight right to stay on Bahnhofstrasse.
Okay, come on. This bike is so heavy. I think I'm gonna lock the bike up against this pole right here. Then we're gonna leave this here for a sec while we go investigate the restaurant. They are not open until 11. So I think we're just gonna continue on the route, find another small town, find another restaurant. Looking at the map, we still need to cross all of Hungary. I think that we just entered Slovakia, which means we still have 267 miles to go. I looked up all of the nearby McDonald's, and there are a few of them. The problem is that they're in like main downtown metropolitan areas, and I really don't want to deal with that. Either A, because I don't want to ride my bike in busy city streets, but I also don't want to get my bike stolen. So I'm super definitely wanting to go to a cafe in a small town. I'm not gonna lie, this is super dope. Fuck, it's starting to get hot. Okay, everybody, welcome to Slovakia. We are in a town called Bratislava. Bratislava, I don't know. One thing I will say about this bike is because this can go so fast, I'm really not worried about riding on the streets. I was just passing like big intersections while I was going through the border. I couldn't film it because, but this bike, it's totally able to handle regular streets, no problem at all. It can accelerate, it can go really fast. Really happy with this bike. Yeah, so it says there's a McDrive-through 500 meters and then 1300 meters. Check it out, look what I found. Oh wait, no, I think I need to have the bike on the other side of the pole. It is getting so hot outside. Okay, I got everything. Hopefully the bike is still here when I get back. Have I ever mentioned how great McDonald's is? See this right here? They've only given us one outlet, but I planned for that, so I've got a splitter that'll give me 2 outlets from one. We need to charge everything. Here we go, this guy right here. You plug one end in and you got 2 outlets on the other side. Perfect. One of the outlets will be used solely to charge the battery. We don't even need to go downstairs. We can just order from here. Okay, we're getting a couple drinks and a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel for 8.50 euros. Now, I really hope my bike stays there all day. You guys want to check out the bagel? They got egg everywhere. Looks like a McDonald's. Oh, it's got ham slice. That's interesting. Yeah, no, this looks really good. McDonald's is such a great company. And the internet here is pretty fast too. I can upload this in 4K. Cool. While we're here and I have napkins, I'm gonna wash everything off. It's got a lot of mud on it. Okay, we got the video edited, uploaded, all of my things are charging. I can't actually tell how charged my battery is. I'm just gotta like base this on the clock and how fast I know this actually charges it, so. We have 260 miles left to drive. And check it out, the bike is fully charged. That green light means that we are good. Oh, these bags are so heavy. It's about 2 p.m. right now, which means we might have missed some of the hotter parts of the day. Look at that, our bike remains unstolen. Every time I see the bike still here, it's a good day. I want to show you guys something. One of the things that I do keep in my bag is sunscreen. I am not trying to catch cancer for this. I'm not sure if you can catch, oh, it's so hot. Yucky. I'll wear sunscreen, but I won't wear a helmet. I'm funny like that. Okay, let's go ahead and start hitting the road again. We still have a couple 100 miles left. It's hot outside. I stopped. It fell over. Fuck. I even had the kickstand out. Like, I swear the kickstand on this bike just makes it lean over too much. I need to adjust the kickstand. Check it out, there's a gas station right on the bike path right here. Let's see if they have something cold to drink. I'm super thirsty. Looks like there's other bike packer type people up ahead. There's a cop right there. I'm sure my bike is fine. Diet Coke and more Diet Coke. Lots of Diet Coke. I don't have any place on my bike to store this while we drive over that. Yes, maybe I do. That'll work. I'll just put it right there. Yeah, no, it fell. Okay, let's go. I found a little Hungarian village here. I think I want to go explore it a little bit, mostly just to walk around a bit because my entire legs are just dead. Check this out though, we still have one of those things that we had for breakfast, the little donut looking nut thing. God, I've been thinking about this all day. I also have a little bag of almonds. Carrying food with me is pretty tough because I don't have a whole lot of extra space. And my thing is already super top heavy as is. And, of course, I have a toothbrush. While we're stopped, let's go ahead and check our tire pressure, check out the chain, make sure everything looks good. Other tire. Aside from a little bit of mud, it seems to be in really good shape. We have already traveled 116 miles. Bike lanes like this are my least favorite. Being next to cars is just never a good feeling. The sign said that there is a town over here somewhere, so we're gonna go check this out, see if there's a place for us to camp. It seems to be a small town. I was hoping it would be bigger so we could get some food. I just checked Google Maps. They say there is nothing here. That is absolutely insane. I don't know how a town like this can exist if they don't have restaurants. Fuck it, we're just gonna go find somewhere to camp for the night. Every time I stop, it fucking falls. Look at this. It literally cracked my pipe in half. There's fucking mosquitoes here. Fucking hell. I'm quickly becoming in a bad mood again. Look at this. Every time my bike fucking falls, things break. Luckily, I can fix the mirror. It's not too difficult to put back together. The problem is that pipe right there, that aluminum pipe. I have no idea how I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna start taking things off my bike and reassess the positioning of all of my stuff. Okay, it looks like the entire rack is actually busted. If I had something like JB Weld, I could just lather it in like that epoxy, but all I've got is like a little tiny tube of super glue. Okay, here's my current idea. This is gonna sound like the most ghetto thing you've ever heard. The problem is that this back half is separating from this front half. So what we need to do is we need something that can hold them together and put tension so that they won't split apart. Notice how it doesn't want to tip over when all of this stuff is off the bike. And then to make sure that this strap is tight enough, we're gonna twist it until it's really taut and then press it underneath this guy right here. There we go, look at that. It's able to hold weight. It's not perfect, but it'll hold the tent. All of those welds will come undone if my bike falls again though, so I cannot let my bike keep falling like that. If I mount this backpack on the back side right here, then that means when I put the kickstand up, it'll counteract it and it won't try to all fall to one side. Here's my current idea. I've got a bungee strap running around it, and I guess I need something to keep it from sliding back and forth. Update to that last point, I found a way to keep this thing from sliding back and forth. This has extra screws in it. I used one of those extra screws and I made a little knob right there. I'm gonna take the hoop of this guy, wrap it around the little knob, and now this doesn't want to move at all. I feel like the best thing for us to do now is to test that and see if it can stay on the bike through some bumps and stuff. I can actually shake it without the whole thing falling. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's give it another test with everything loaded up, make sure the bag doesn't fall off. I'm really worried that one of these bumps is gonna be too hard and the bike is gonna pop off its thing and then I'm gonna lose my backpack. I found a gas station, but I don't think it's a convenience store. I don't think that they sell anything other than gas here.
You're traveling in the wrong direction.
Oh, be quiet,
Take a look
I know.
at the map.
I am not gonna lie, this bike feels brand new. Like, it is so maneuverable. It feels like I'm riding a mountain bike now. With the weight off of the front and top of this, oh my God, this bike is so much better. I'm going down this gravel road because I think I saw somewhere that I want to camp. Okay, here we go. How do you guys feel about trying to camp on an already plowed field? Before you actually put your tent down, it's a good idea to put a tarp down. This will help protect the bottom of your tent, and it'll also make it a little bit smoother for you. Then you can put your tent on top of this. I need you guys to see how much water is in my tent right now. It is insane. I'm not sure if this comes across on camera, but there's beads of water all over the tent. But now I get to show you guys the camping chair. While this sits there and dries off, let's set this up. And voila, we have a perfectly usable chair. I wish I had a shade. It's late, there's not a lot of solar energy left, but I'm gonna set the solar panels out and start charging the battery anyway, because some power is better than no power. I'm using my bike to help hold the solar panel up and point it toward the sun. We will plug the panel in here, and we will take the other end and plug it in the battery right here. There we go, the bike is charging from the battery pack, so even if the sun goes down, the battery will keep charging for about an extra 10%. You've got to admit, this is badass. Being able to use the bike as a platform to hold the solar panel up, this is dope. I believe the tent has probably had time to dry out, so let's get the bed inflated. And as a cool perk, this bed also has a pillow built into it. Nope, yep, the walls are definitely still wet. Fucking hell. Oh, I should mention, we only have 220 miles left, so we're getting there. I hate this tent more than I can possibly express. It's so hot in here, all of the water is building up. There's a cloud of mosquitoes out there. God damn it. I'm scared to touch the walls of the tent with my back because I'm pretty sure the mosquitoes can puncture it with their fucking nose. Good morning, everybody. I slept fantastic last night. Whew, I think I slept for like 8 hours last night. We better get out of here though, because I don't want the farmer that owns this property to get mad at me. I honestly have no idea if the mosquitoes are out and about yet. Whew. There's so much condensation. Everything is soaking wet right now. Luckily, it's not very cold. Now I've just got to put everything back, even though everything is soaking wet. For anybody who's not familiar, the worst part of camping is the setup and the teardown. Like, it takes probably a half hour to set it up, and then a half hour to take it down, except you're just cold and uncomfortable then. Fucking finally, after what feels like way too goddamn long, we finally got the tent set up. Let's go hit the road, get some breakfast. Let's go. It is currently 6:18 in the morning. We have 220 miles left to drive. One of the cool things about this app is that it takes me on more residential parts, so I don't need to deal with busy traffic. But one of the downsides of that is that because there's less traffic, there's less stores. So it's harder for me to find supplies. I take that back, there's a Tesco right there. I swear to God, my bike is so heavy, getting it locked up is like a real chore. We're gonna get a couple of these guys. Here we go, got a bunch of different types of bread food. And of course, we got breakfast. We're actually just gonna sit here and eat because it's kind of a seat. I also got a bunch of these guys. These are basically pizza if you put them in a roll. It's like a big pizza roll, actually. They're really good. I've only been able to find them in Hungary. Okay, let's get back on the road. I did make sure to buy some extra food so we have dinner for tonight. We're just gonna stuff it in here around the Diet Coke. Okay, we are off. Early morning rides like this are the best. And look at that, there's a McDonald's right there. Check it out, they've even got little bike lock things for us to lock onto. I gotta get everything that needs to charge. So battery pack, I gotta get the other GoPro. Before I bring my battery pack in though, let's see what kind of seating they've got. Perfect, we got an outlet too. Fantastic. Okay, got my laptop, got my battery. Let's sit here for a few hours. I gotta keep cleaning off all my stuff because mud gets everywhere. Okay, the battery is charged up. We can head out. So our battery is completely charged, but we have another problem. It's really hot outside. It's noon right now. And so if we try to drive or if we try to ride right now, we will be miserable. In fact, I'm fond of the idea of just parking out in the shade somewhere and waiting for a few hours. We are actually ahead of schedule, so we don't need to rush to get there. One thing I need to watch out for when I'm putting the backpack on this is to make sure that the straps and stuff don't touch the tire or the chain, otherwise they will get shredded. It's super important to make sure that no part of the bag is touching any of the moving components. I think I might have found a spot actually. There's McDonald's and there's a really tall hotel right here. I'm just gonna chill in their shade. Okay, now that I'm in their parking lot, I'm super tempted to just get a hotel room. Somebody just came out here and asked me to leave. Apparently these parking spots are for hotel guests only. I'm not staying in this hotel. I don't stay. Oh, after driving for a second, I did find a nice little shaded bike rack. But we don't just need to sit here on the ground because we have this guy. Super portable, but then you pack it up. Clamp that in right here, and boom, now you've got a chair. You don't need to like sit on the ground. No, so there's a McDonald's over there, right? Yeah. Yeah, so what you do is you take this out and you pull the battery out, you take it into the McDonald's and you charge it from their free electricity. This is Ben, everybody. He was just parking his bike right here. So apparently that guy, he actually owns the company that is in this building. They are a software engineering testing firm. So they test software from other developers. And so we spent the past like hour just sitting here talking about traveling and software engineering, and his name was Ben. He's super cool. He gave me permission to chill here. So it looks like as the sun is moving up, we're losing our shade. I think we're just gonna move our chair under a tree. This looks good to me. And then we'll just bring the bike here too. I will continue to do nothing for the afternoon. There's a hotel for like 40 bucks a night, maybe a block down that way. I'm seriously considering getting a hotel. I know that all of my stuff is wet from this morning. I've got sunburns. It's real tempting, I'm not gonna lie. We get more of those pizza roll stuff. I love these so much. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted to try to take a nap. It's 3 p.m. It's still pretty hot outside, but the heat is manageable. So we're gonna put some sunscreen on and then go ride some more. I believe we are ready to go.
In 180 feet, turn left and continue on street.
I found a gas station. We're gonna get something cold to drink before we head out, because I know that these gas stations are actually pretty rare. I'm gonna leave it there. I should probably lock it up, but I'm gonna be fast. Hello. There we go. See, not a problem. Okay, let's try this again. We've started hitting the uphill parts and it is getting hard. This is getting really tough. My bike is having a difficult time handling it. But boy howdy, when we go downhill, we go fast. Holy shit. We're heading into the rural mountains, and so it looks like all of the bike paths are gone. We're gonna be on roads like this for a while. Check it out, we just passed a vineyard. You guys want to try some of the grapes? I hope I don't get ticks. Here we go. Oh my God, they're really sweet. I should collect a bunch of these. I went ahead and I got a whole bunch of them. I would get more, but I'm not sure if I can carry them on my bag. Ugh, see, I'm confident they're gonna get squished down here. Oh, fuck it. We'll just have some marginally squished grapes. I only found out that there's food on those vines because the car that was in front of me, they stopped to get some grapes. So obviously I stopped to get some grapes too. Sometimes you get good, nice paved roads. Other times you get this. Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? I swear to God. There doesn't seem to be any damage, or I guess any more damage. There's mud everywhere, but nothing's broken. Let's go. It's those wet gravel roads that'll get you. Oh my God, that was terrifying. I was going max speed, probably 25, 28 miles an hour, and they were going flying past me. They were probably going 60, 70 miles an hour. I have no idea why it put me on that fucking road, but holy shit, I almost died. I'm shaking. I need grapes. Nothing makes almost dying better than grapes. Okay, I have calmed down. Oh, we should find a place to camp for tonight. We have already driven 184 miles on this bike. We have like 160 left. Let's go. We'll probably spend the night in one of these fields around here somewhere. As far as camping sites go, I'm sure we could make this work. Ooh, I like up there. Yeah. Put the tent down right here. Set the solar panels up over there. There we go. Solar panel is doing its thing, charging up the battery. Good. I should be careful while walking through the tall grass because I'm pretty sure there are ticks in this part of the world. All of my stuff is still very wet from this morning, so we gotta let it dry off. There's not really a way to add ventilation to this without opening it up to mosquitoes. I don't know how to get this, like there's puddles of water in here. Looks like we have a little bit of free time now. I'm probably gonna change clothes because these are wet and not great. I can't bathe because there's nothing to take a shower with here, but I can definitely get into new clothes. Rather than just stuffing my clothes into my bag over there, we're gonna hang them up here to dry. I'm actually gonna use this as a rag. It's not clean, it's not perfect, but this is better than nothing. I should have brought a rag or like a towel or something, but I'm not very smart and I didn't. There we go, we are in fresh, clean clothes. We had a little makeshift sponge bath. It's not a great sponge bath, but it's definitely better than nothing. I need ideas for how I can get this tent ventilated. There's literally no other opening besides that front hole. Okay, I actually had an idea for how to get ventilation in here. It only works if I'm manually sitting here using this, but it's basically a diaphragm. I'm keeping all of my dirty clothes in the plastic bag so that doesn't make everything else smell bad. Okay, let's get inside the water trap. I'm eating more of those pizza rolls we got for breakfast. We have 172 miles to go before we're there. I don't think that there's any standing water near us because there's not mosquitoes clouding me right now. You know what, all told, this is definitely my most comfortable night yet. I'm in clean clothes, there's no mosquitoes, it's nice and cool outside. This is my current solution for ventilation. I've got the fan right at the edge of the tent and it's just blowing air in, and hopefully that'll be enough to like get some air out. I'm gonna watch some YouTube videos that I downloaded. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It's 5:30 in the morning. We have 170 miles left. Last night was fantastic. There's no mosquitoes here. It's not cold. It's not wet. I found with these inflatable sleeping pads that you need to roll them up twice. The first time you roll it up is just to get the air out of it. The second time is when you actually compress it to actually fit it in the bag. It's kind of annoying, but you do need to do this twice. See, now all of the air is out of it, but it's not like very well wrapped up. Now I've got to unwrap it and wrap it up right now that there's no air in it. It is so nice waking up and not having mosquitoes attack me. After the second round of rolling, you can put it in its bag. The Diet Coke I still have from yesterday is super flat. Here we go, we're all packed up. But before we hit the road, let's grab some food from yesterday's breakfast haul. It's a roll with a slice of bacon on top of it. Not good. I'm just gonna eat the slices of bacon on top of the bread. This is basically breakfast. Okay, there we go. Let's hit the road. We've got maybe 50% battery left, so we could probably go 20, maybe 30 miles. Okay, we've got 1 bar left on the bike battery, which means we've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 20% battery left. I want to figure out where the nearest McDonald's is, or like a cafe or something. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can make it. If we don't make it, we can probably just set up the solar panels. Look at that, somebody brought their electric scooter all the way out here and it died, so they just left it there. We're about 1 mile away. I think that we're gonna make it. We made it. McDonald's is literally making this entire trip possible. Technically, we could do this with the solar panel, but charging in McDonald's makes this much faster. Let's see if they have public outlets. Perfect, they do. Now we're gonna go edit yesterday's video. Okay, the battery is charged, so we can head out. I'm reading the comments from yesterday's video. You guys do know that McDonald's has bathrooms, right? And those bathrooms have toilets in them. You know that, right? Okay, here we go. Let's get the battery back in the bike. We should probably stop at a grocery store while we're in town because we have no food and no Diet Coke right now, and we should get those for the road. I am pretty sure I saw a grocery store a couple blocks that way. Here we are, it's called a Penny Mart. But I don't think that means it's because everything is a penny. I'm confident it'll be okay. Coke is actually pretty expensive. Typically you would want to go for one of these things, the knockoff drinky cola. The problem is they don't have any sugar-free, so we are stuck with the Diet Coke. Ooh, let's get a couple of these guys too. Where's the prongs? I guess they don't have tongs. Okay, we're using our fingers. There we go, we got our food packed in there all nice and snug. I had to eat one for them to fit. They're kind of dry. It's noon, it's super hot outside, so you guys know what that means. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Riding in this heat is going to be miserable. Let the misery begin. Come on, nope. I forgot to turn the bike on. God damn it. Honestly, just touching my handlebars hurts, they're so hot. Yeah, not a lot of fun. We are gonna stop really quick for some cold drinks. The drinks I got at the grocery store aren't cold, and I want cold things. Again, we're not gonna lock it up. I will be super fast. We'll just turn the bike off. Okay. Less than 30 seconds. Luckily, we're leaving the main part of the city, so we've got less traffic to deal with. We are actually just going to take a second to inspect everything, make sure that all of our bags are in place, that nothing is... I just want to... there's a bee. Oh my God. I just want to make sure that this bag is not touching the chain or anything. Went over some bumps earlier. Has me a little worried. We look good. Okay, let's hit the road. Okay, so update. Driving full speed on that road for the past 25-ish miles has definitely taken a toll on our battery. We've got like 40% left, and we just got done charging at McDonald's. I did, however, find a store, so we're gonna go get something to drink. I hope it's open. It's hot in here. It looks like it's open. Here we are. Okay, there we go. We're gonna move the bike into the shade for a sec while we cool off. Like, yes, it's stupid hot right now, but I should probably be grateful that it's not raining. And pause. I just want to point out, because my videos are doing really well on TikTok, all of these originally go up on YouTube. I'm making YouTube videos and then I'm just cutting them down to fit on TikTok. So if you guys want to watch the full vlog, it's on YouTube. Okay, I've cooled down. Let's go. I believe we just crossed the halfway point through the country. We have 123 miles left before we've reached our destination. Check this out though. I found a hotel room in the next town over for $45 a night. Let me make sure it's not a hostel, but that could be good. We could take a shower. It says the hotel is 11 miles away. We can do that, no problem. We can make it 11 miles. We finally got off the main road and we're back on a cycleway. When I'm on the main roads, I don't do any pedaling because that doesn't go fast enough. I don't have a high enough gear. So basically I'm just using the motor for the entire time that I'm on those roads. And that's why my battery is at like 15%, because for the past 30 miles, we've just been using the motor. It would be really dangerous to go down those roads at like a regular bike speed. You need to go at least 20 miles an hour. This app just really likes taking me back behind people's houses. We are almost there. It should be one of these buildings. I'm actually probably behind the building. I'll probably need to go into the front of them. I absolutely hate cobblestone. Okay, Google Maps says we're here, but I don't even know what the place we're going to is called, so we gotta figure out where exactly we're going. Well, given that they accept Bitcoin, I'm going to assume this might be what we're looking for. Yes, hotel? Yeah. I have a booking. Okay, that is the place. She doesn't speak the best English, but I'm gonna get my bike and we're gonna figure this out.
Bicycle.
Bicycle, yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Gigi. Oh, so pretty.
Yeah, what?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Szerintem, és akkor ezt el is húzhatja, vagy sem. Yeah?
Oh, cool.
Okay.
This is why it's always good to have cash, because a place like this absolutely does not take cards. Okay, so apparently this is a World War I style house, which makes me dubious of whether or not I will have electricity. Oh, hey, I see an outlet there. We're good. We're gonna go ahead and throw everything on the charger again. Oh, don't fall over. Nope. Oh, I think I'm also gonna use this time as an opportunity to dry out my tent. And then we're just gonna turn it inside out. Look at this. All of that should evaporate at this point though. Plug the battery in. Before we settle down for the night and take a shower, I think we should go look around town to find an auto parts store so I can get some epoxy to fix the broken part of my bike. I'm pretty sure we'll find that at an auto parts store. I've just never been to an auto parts store in Europe, so we're gonna have to hunt for one. Would you look at that? There's an auto parts store just a few blocks down. It looks like they close in 9 minutes, so we better make this fast. Autos bolt. Oh, perfect, yep. They don't take euros, so rip. I don't know how to convert my euros to huff. I don't see an ATM machine around here. I cannot express how frustrated I am right now. The store usually takes cards. They've got a card reader right there, but he says that he's already closed down the register, so he doesn't want to turn it back on. I guess we will just have to fix this at some point in the future. We do have a towel, so we can't go take a shower. This place feels old, so I'm not even sure if they'll have hot water. Hey, they do have hot water. That's cool. I feel so much better now. There we go. We got clean clothes. We got a shower. The only thing we need to figure out now is how we're going to do laundry, because my laundry bag is growing pretty big. Luckily for us, though, they let us use their fridge. And I put my Diet Coke in here. Deodorant, of course. The hotel also has a marketplace. Hotel is probably a strong word. The place that I'm staying has a microwave, so I want to go get some better food. Hey, look, these places have air conditioning. Air conditioning does exist in Europe. Check it out. Bagel bites. It might seem small, but this is a real treat. I haven't had access to a microwave in months. Buitoni piccolonis. It's a weird way of spelling bagel bites. There's supposed to be a metal container that they're cooked in. I am just going to cook them on the cardboard box. If the cardboard box fits in the microwave, that is. It does not spin, so we're going to rip off the corners. They're still not turning, so every 10 seconds, I'm just going to come up in here and manually turn them. Hey, check it out. It's spinning now. I'm not sure why it's spinning. Maybe the cardboard got softer when it got heated up. Would you look at that? They are perfect. We are going to take them out here to eat. This works for me. They are very hot. They're actually bigger than bagel bites. Like you get more product out of this. I like this. I think I like this more than bagel bites, actually. We have 112 miles to go if we want to go into Romania. But if we want to just go straight down to Serbia, we can actually get to Serbia in 68 miles. I think we're going to do that. I think that instead of Romania, we're going to go to Serbia, a town called Sabatica. Serbia is not part of the EU and they're not part of the Schengen zone. So this would fix my visa problem. This cat has just been chilling here the whole time I've been eating. Cat, you've got to move. I need to get inside there. I'm going to call it a night. They've got Wi-Fi, so I'm able to go edit this video. I'm going to edit it, post it, and then hit the hay. We're going to try to be out of here really early tomorrow so that we can do a lot of driving before it gets hot. Good morning, everybody. We are 70 miles from the Serbian border, which means we will probably be out of Europe either today or tomorrow. We just need to hit the road, and we'll be there. I didn't film while I was actually setting up in the hotel, because there's other people sleeping in there. But now that we are free, I can start recording again. It is amazing how much better I feel after being able to take a shower and sleep in a bed. Whew, I feel so good. I just want to give a huge shout out to these rear view mirrors I've got right there. They are actually so helpful when you're on roads. I love them. We're just gonna take a sec for another inspection. I was going over some bumps and it knocked my stuff loose. Bungee cables are great. Bag's doing good, it's not touching anything. Good. We have 50 miles to go before we're there. Check this out. Don't fall over. Let's move the bike right here. I found an ATM machine, which means we can probably take out money so we can purchase that epoxy. Whenever you're withdrawing, don't do the automatic conversion because your bank will give you a much better price than they will. Perfect. This is 4,000 forints, or 4,000 huff, and it's roughly equivalent to $12. The sun is coming out, it's getting hot. Maybe we should look for an auto parts store and then just pitch up a tent for the afternoon until it gets colder. And look at that, Google Maps says there is an auto parts store about half a mile that way. And I think there might be a restaurant or a store right there where we can get some breakfast. Let's go get some food. I haven't eaten yet. I did actually lock the bike this time. I'm not gonna take all of the electronics off because again, we'll be fast, but I did lock it. You know what? The Pepsi is actually cheaper than the Coke. We're gonna go with the Pepsi Zero thingy. I have no idea what these are. I'm just getting them because they look kind of good. See, look at that, super fast. We need to get this rack fixed today. I'm not sure if it'll last another day if we keep putting it through this kind of shit. Actually, before we unlock the bike, let's just eat. I have no idea what we got for breakfast, but we'll try it together. This is a big roll. It looks like the kind of thing you'd have at Thanksgiving. I was right. It's a big roll. Let's check out the other thing we got for breakfast. I have absolutely no idea what this is, but I think it's filled with something. I think it's filled with gravy. Now to the auto parts store. Ah! I swear to God, this bike has fallen over so many times. That is the first time it fell over on another person though. Let's go head to the auto parts store. Let's see if they even sell stuff here. Maybe? This is not a store. They are just a service shop. They don't actually sell stuff. But he said that there's a store over this way that we can get stuff at. It's about 5 miles away, but it is along our route, so that works for me. I'm a little bit worried. I hope that the thing doesn't fall apart before we get there. It's looking real shoddy. We're gonna be thiefy. Dude, did it? Ah! Oh my God. Okay. It is definitely breaking. Fucking hell. Okay, it's all strapped back on. Hopefully, this will hold until we get some stuff. Let's resume thieving. Now that we're done stealing food, let's get back on the road. Okay, this is it. Alcatraz bolt. Can I get, how much are those? Price? There we go, we got it. Now let's go find some shade and go assemble this. This stuff is gonna take a couple of hours to dry to where we can set our solar panel up while we wait for this to do its stuff. This looks good. Let's chill out under these trees. First step is just gonna be removing everything. The second step, obviously, is staying hydrated. Yeah, this guy has seen better days. First, we're going to apply the glue to the most important spots. That's this bracket right here and this bracket. If these things fail, this whole thing collapses. We need these to stay strong. Super grateful I have this chair. The first thing you should do to the surfaces is rough them up with sandpaper so there's more stuff to the glue to stick to. I don't have sandpaper, I have a ratchet, so we're just going to use this to scratch the metal. There we go, got a nice roughed up surface. I'm gonna do the same on the underside and then we're gonna glue these together. I'm pretty sure you mix equal parts of the A and the B. I certainly could be wrong though. I would read the directions, but they're not in English. Then we're just gonna use a stick to stir it up. This will harden to be basically as strong as an actual weld. This is basically like welding metal together. And then I just coated this in a small amount of the glue. Let's put these together. And then bend them to where they're touching. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have thought of a way to do this that doesn't require me to constantly just be pinching this for the next, like, 40 minutes. You know, I did not think I would be doing any redneck welding while I was on this bike trip. Oh no, the whole thing is already hardening. I mixed too much of it too fast. Fuck. We actually need to go to an ATM machine real quick because I only got enough cash to get 1 container of the epoxy, and now I need to get more. There we go, an ATM was pretty close. I left all of my stuff back there. Hopefully it doesn't get stolen. Just gonna leave you right there. Perfect. Okay, back to the store. I feel like everything today is just a constant back and forth. Back to the auto parts store. I got 2 of them this time. This should be hard now, so that's good. Yeah, that's nice and firm. I'm gonna add another layer to it. I learned from the last batch that this stuff dries really quickly, so I need to be fast. There we go. It's not the cleanest thing in the world, but I'm pretty sure this will hold. I reinforced all of the joints and all of the weld points. I'm using this wrench to hold things down so that I don't need to physically be pushing stuff, so I think this will hold. This is gonna take a couple of hours to fully cure, so what we can do is we can take our battery out and start charging it with the solar panel. There we go, we got the solar panel going into the inverter going into the power supply going into the bike battery. Now we just wait for this stuff to cure. While we're waiting here, I'm gonna use this opportunity to do some maintenance on the bike by cleaning it up and lubing the chain. You might not know this, but your chain has a lot of bearings in it. Each one of these things is actually a bearing that spins, and you need to add lubrication to that to make sure that it doesn't grind against itself. Let's pop into my maintenance pouch on the side right here and pull out the lubricant. This pouch has all of the things I would need. It has an air pump, a thing for fixing tire chains, a multi-tool. This is what we're looking for though, lube. You just wanna take a drop of it and you wanna put it on each roller. You don't need to do this all the time, but we've already traveled over 300 miles, so I just want to make sure that everything stays nice and tip-top shape. Once you've got all the links lubricated, just spin it around a bit to work it inside the rollers. There we go, perfect. Our chain should be in tip-top shape for a while to come. Check it out, I've upgraded the solar panel system. Rather than just letting it lie flat on the ground, I'm using my bike to hold it up, and I'm using a bungee cable to point it toward the sun. We are currently getting 75 watts right now. That's really good. 75 watts is really good. We were only getting 50 watts when it was laying flat down. So we've increased our efficiency by like 50% just by angling it a little bit. I just want to complain for a second. I started posting all of my vlogs to TikTok and they're doing incredibly well. They've got like over 1 million views so far. And it's frustrating because they're doing really well on TikTok, but I only get like 1,000 views on YouTube. I've been doing this on YouTube for years now, and I should have just been posting them on TikTok. I'm actually looking at the prices in the hotels of the next town we're going to. $15, $13, $17 a night, but the reviews are tragic. 2.3, 1.7 out of 10, 6.0 out of 10. So I'm pretty sure if we decided to stay in a hotel in Slovakia, we would get bed bugs. Oh, check this out though. I found an apartment. We get the whole apartment and it's got a washing machine in it. How much is it? $27. $27, we get a whole apartment to ourselves and we can wash our laundry. If I went to a laundromat and I wanted to wash my laundry, they would charge me $15. So I'm basically getting this entire apartment for $12 a night. Okay, I just booked it. We're gonna spend our first day outside of Europe with a washing machine, air-conditioned apartment, and a shower. Anybody wanna take any bets on if we're gonna get bed bugs? It is 46 miles away. You know, I just realized I haven't eaten lunch. I'm almost out of my drinks too. If we see a store along the way there, we'll pick up some supplies. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's go. Washing machine. Hey, look at that. Not only did we get a grocery store, we got the best grocery store. Lidl is fantastic. I'm definitely locking up this time because there is no such thing as a quick trip to Lidl. Their lines are always so long. See, look at this. Look at all of this food we can pick from. Ooh, oh my, oh, yes, they've got the pizza roll things. Go ahead and grab a few of them. And then we'll get some of these chocolate croissants for dessert. Then to round this meal off, we just need something to drink. I'm feeling some orange juice. I feel like I just witnessed a miracle. This is the first time I've ever been to a Lidl and they didn't have a line. This seems like a good enough spot to eat. We do need to hurry over there so we can make sure that we get there in time for the host to be able to let us in, because this is like a regular person who has to let us into their apartment. We gotta stave off scurvy. I'm pretty sure it's starting to rain. I won't lie though, this weather is much nicer to drive in. Like this is, I could do this all day. I've been on this road right here going full speed for the past like 10 miles. These people are flying by. Are you kidding me? It didn't hold. I guess I didn't wait long enough for it to properly cure. That probably would have affected it. God damn it. Okay, it'll hold. I don't like the situation. We might just need to buy an entirely new rack. I don't know. But we're like 20 miles away, so we should get there soon. This means now we get to go back on the super dangerously fast road. Check it out, we have just crossed 320 miles traveled. I'm pretty sure we're about to enter Serbia and I haven't seen any kind of border patrol or anybody asking for passports. I'm confused. Okay, actually, given that incredibly long line of trucks, I think we might be coming up on it now. So this definitely is border patrol, but it looks like it's all for cars. Let me see if I can find the one for bikes. I'm just gonna wait in line with the cars. Hello. Hello. We are officially in Serbia. We did it in 5 days. I thought it would take more than 9. We got it in 5, less than 5, honestly. Our battery is running pretty low though. I'm not sure if we'll be able to make it. We have 6.62 miles to go and we have less than 20% battery left. Oh my God, I'm not in Europe anymore. That means I have no data. I have no internet connection. I don't even know how to, I gotta find a way to message the Airbnb or the booking.com person. I need to find an ATM machine because he might want me to pay with cash, but I don't have any Serbian currency. I don't even know what currency they use here. There we go, I found an ATM machine, we're good. This is my 3rd time using an ATM machine today. God damn, I should just take out a bunch of money. It just showed me the currency exchange rate right now. Apparently I'm withdrawing something in the neighborhood of $300 worth of Serbian Dina. Yeah, I think this is called Dina or Dina. It's 5:40 and we are about a mile away from the apartment. My app is telling me to go this way, but we can't because the whole thing is shut down for construction. So we need to find another route without internet connection. People were able to figure these things out before the internet existed. I'm sure I can figure it out now. I still have no way of letting the host know that I'm there once I get there. We're here, but we don't have internet connection. I guess we're gonna go ride around the neighborhood until we find an open Wi-Fi network. All I need is a little bit of internet connection so I can get a new SIM card that works here in Serbia. Hey, I found a store while I was riding around. Let's go get something to drink. I think they have Wi-Fi, but I need to ask them what the password is because it's locked. Hey, I found Wi-Fi somewhere. A bunch of kids just came up and said hi to me, and I'm not sure if I got robbed. Gotta be careful. All of the kids came up to me in like a big group, and one of them, they handed me their phone and they're like, hey, are you a YouTuber? Can we subscribe to your channel? Obviously I showed them my channel and then they just went away. I'm not sure if they're just kids being kids or if I should be looking for things that got stolen. Anyway, I told the host that we're out front, so we're just gonna go wait for him out here. The guy just messaged me back. He says it's gonna take him 20 minutes to get to the apartment. Hotels have a lot going for them, honestly. But luckily for me, in that brief period where we had Wi-Fi, I was able to download a new eSIM that works here in Serbia. It costs $35 for 10 gigabytes, which is kind of ridiculous. I'm terrified that this place is gonna have bed bugs. We're gonna have to inspect that once we get there. While we wait for the guy to show up, let me go over all of the things that have broken so far. First, we've got my mirror right here. From all of the times we've fallen over, it's just really loose. Obviously, we've seen the bike rack right here. That's just a clusterfuck. I have this bag right here. It was dangling down and got eaten by the tire, and so you can see the bottom of it got ripped. I'm gonna need to get a new bag to carry my miscellaneous stuff. I think that's it, just the rack, the mirror, and the bag. So tomorrow, I think we're gonna get a new tent. We're gonna get a new bike rack. I might look into seeing if I can repair that mirror myself. Yeah, bike rack and the tent. Those are the two big goals for tomorrow. We can do our laundry here tonight, so that's cool. The guy says I'm in the wrong spot. Okay, I was in the right spot. I was just on the wrong side of the building. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so the place is really nice, but there's not actually a washing machine to wash your clothes. The listing definitely said that they had. Well, that's disappointing. I was hoping to wash my clothes today. I'm gonna go start pulling all my stuff up. We're on like the 4th floor. Yeah, I think I can bring my bike in here though, so nothing will get stolen. Because I'm pretty sure this is locked. Yeah. So yeah, we'll just pull this guy inside the building. You guys couldn't see the process because I was too busy manhandling my bike, but Jesus Christ, this guy is hard to manhandle. Doors are just not made for something this thick. All of this shit is so heavy. There is air conditioning though, so that's cool. The apartment I had in Europe did not have air conditioning. Let's check out the Wi-Fi. Oh my God, the Wi-Fi speeds are so fast. This video is getting uploaded in 4K. So I am disappointed about not having laundry, but you guys have seen my videos. We know how to get around that. I think I might want to extend my stay here by a day or two while we hunt for new components to fix my bike. I don't want to have to keep moving around while I'm trying to fix my bike. Last but not least, before we get comfortable, we're going on a bed bug hunt. Everything here looks actually super clean. Like this looks brand new. Doesn't mean there couldn't be infestations. We're looking for like brown specks. I don't see anything. I don't see any of the telltale marks, so. Okay, perfect. Let's go hop in the shower. Oh, good, good, good. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna start editing this video and then I'm gonna post it. Oh, that's a pretty cool view. Oh, I forgot the air conditioner. I should probably close this. What am I talking about? We haven't even got dinner yet. Let's go find something to eat. I have to wear the clothes from earlier today because these are actually cleaner than the clothes that are sitting in that plastic bag up there. Those are not good. Oh, I messaged the person on booking.com. They said that they had a washing machine, but it broke, so they took it out, and that there's a place downtown. They said they offered to actually come and pick up my laundry and wash it themselves, but there is not a shot in hell I'm gonna let them do that, so we're just gonna wash it ourselves. It's 7:35. I hope the store is still open. I'm hungry. Look at this, a store that is open past 7 p.m. God, Austria is such a trash country. I wonder if I can cook this in the microwave. I'm pretty sure the exchange rate is like 100 to 1, so this is basically $4.60. I really hope I can cook this in the microwave. The same kids from earlier that came up to me, they just came up to me again and they said that they watched all of my videos and they're so good. I don't think I got robbed. I think that they're just kids. I have pizza, Diet Coke, and bananas. Is there anything more American than this diet? McGriddles, I miss McGriddles. Okay, let's see if we can microwave pizza. None of the directions are ever in English. They've got like 5 different languages with directions on them and none of them are English. Why are they not prioritizing me? Oh, hey, this will fit in a microwave. This is small enough. One of the perks of getting an apartment is they'll give you things like plates and microwaves. We would not get this if we stayed in a hotel. Oh, that's hot. It definitely looks like microwave pizza. It's not very good. Okay, now that we've eaten dinner, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go edit this video, upload it, and tomorrow we will go fix the bike.